Hi guys, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Guys, you're welcome, you're welcome. Can you hear me, guys? If you can hear me, go to the chat box and say, I can hear you, I can hear you. All right? I want you to go do. I want you to go to the chat box and say, you can hear me. Okay, I can hear you, sir. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so the next thing I want you guys to do for me now, you know what? Right? So the next thing I want you guys to do for me now is that I want you guys to go to the group and boss the group now. Let's scatter the group. I want you guys to scatter the group and just go to the group and tell them that we are live. We are live. Okay, very soon you guys will be seeing me now. All right. So I want you guys to go to the group, right? Just go and tell everyone that cares to know. Go to the WhatsApp group that we are live. We are live. So that I'll be calling the group now, just to make sure that everybody is here. We are live. 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 Let's go to the group. Let's buzz the group. We are live. 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 Go to the group and let everybody know that we are live. Wow, 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 wow. Nice one, everyone. We are live. We are live. Go join the Zoom meeting right now. We are live. We are live. Go and join the Zoom meeting. We are live. We are live. Right? So go and join the Zoom meeting. We are live. We are live. Go and join. And if you cannot join through the Zoom, you can join us through YouTube, right? So we are live, everyone. We are live. 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 Go and join the Zoom meeting right now. We are live. We are live. We are about to start, and I don't want you to miss this important session, right? So everyone, we are live. Let everyone knows that we are live on the group. That's why I'm calling the group. No one should be left out. All right. No one should be left out. Go to the Zoom. I'm going to end this very soon now. So, but I want everyone to know that we are live. Right? So go, 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 go. All right, all right. All right, guys. I'm super so excited to have you guys here. Right? I'm very, very happy to have you guys here. I don't know about you, but I'm happy. I'm happy that we are here, right? So I'm so happy. So let's join right now. Let's join to resume meeting. All right. So without not wasting much of our time, let's begin to dive into it. One thing I want you to be sure of is that you attending this meeting today, is not by chance, right? So you attending this meeting today is not by chance. You are here. Okay, sorry, I want to do one or two things. All right, so I want to tell you guys that for you being here is not by chance. You are going to learn a lot, right? Especially for some of you who you feel that this remaining part of the year you want to achieve something with your life. I can guarantee you that this is a webinar, this is a life change webinar. right, that can change the direction of your life. This is a guarantee, right? It's not something that I'm dabbling about, right? It's something that is so sure that your life can be changed if you just stay to the end of this webinar. One thing I want to assure you that at the end of this webinar, I have a package for you. I have a free gift for every one of you here, right? But that gift is majorly for people who are going to be staying till the end of this webinar, right? It's actually for those people who are going to be staying to the end of this webinar. So if you want to be part of this, make sure that you are staying till the end of the webinar, right? All right. So without not wasting much of our time, let's start something. All right, let's start something and all right. All right, so let's go into it. So, just like the webinar itself says, right, become a certified social media manager, right? Become a certified social media manager, right? So we are going to be diving into it right now, and I can guarantee you that this session is going to be one of the best sessions of your life. And you have a gift for me, from me to you. Sorry, Miss Yanni. You have a gift that I'm going to be giving to everyone here, right? So in this webinar, just know that this is going to be a life changer. All right, this is going to be a life changer. In this webinar, we are going to be experiencing a life-changing experience. Then the next thing we need to talk about is who are the people organizing this webinar? So this webinar is being organized by Wealth Nation. So Wealth Nation, we have a mission here. Our mission is to empower and uplift Africans by combating poverty through technology education. Tech is the new oil money, right? Tech, going into tech, learning tech skill is the new oil money, because the kind of world where we are right now is actually a connected economy. We are in a connected economy where people are glued to their phones right now, right? People are glued to their phones, their laptops. In short, 20 years before now, people are not, there is nothing like online transactions. When we want to get money, we sometimes we walk miles to where there is ATM. But now look at 10 years ago, introduction of POS. Now we can even do, with the help of some fintech companies, we can do transfer from our PalmPay, from our Kuda app. And you can see that technology is just taking over, right? You can receive transfer from your phone. Someone can do a transaction with you, and the next thing you just tell the person that, okay, do transfer to my number. So what am I trying to say? All I'm trying to say is that we are in a tech world right now. People are diving into the tech world, right? And when one thing you need to know about money is that money gravitates towards the direction that people are gravitating into. That's one thing you need to know about money. If transportation is the main thing, people will gravitate towards it, and that's where the money is going to be flowing. But nowadays, we are connection is happening online. In short, look at us here, right? Look at us here. We are connecting to each other on the online platform. I don't know wherever most of you are chatting from. Some of you are chatting from Abuja, some of you from Lagos, from you from Akure. I don't know wherever some people from Ghana are even here, right? People are from different places and we are communicating. You can see that. That's the power of technology. And it is very important for us to be educated as Africans, that we can use this technology for our own advantage, because that's where the world is gravitating to. The world is gravitating to the point where everything we can do, we can operate the world at the palm of our hands, right? That's the mentality. That's where our mental shift is supposed to gravitate to. So as Wealth Nation, right, we took it upon ourselves to make sure that we are teaching Africans how valuable tech skills are, and guiding them how they can monetize this tech skill, not only to teach them the importance and the features and how they can use technology, but how they can use technology to make money and enrich themselves. So that is the business where we are, right? We are in the business of teaching you a valuable tech skill, right? And how you can monetize it, how you can position yourself to start earning with that skill. You know, one of the problems we have with our traditional education is that we learn medicine, we learn banking, we learn some of these things, but they do not teach us how to sell that skill, right? Most of us learn, we learn biochemistry, we learn anything in university. We learn biochemistry, we learn um, medicine, we learn banking and finance, we learn maritime, we learn education, we learn a whole lot in school, but they've not taught us how we can monetize those things. And that's the problem we have in Africa, where someone will graduate and the person will be looking for a job. You can employ your own self. The main reason of you learning the skill is for you to empower yourself. You don't need to wait for any company to employ you before you empower yourself. You can learn a skill and empower yourself and become a boss of your own. And that's what we are trying to. We are changing the shift, the dynamic of what education is all about. And I'm glad that you are here, right? So that we can be able to learn this valuable skill, right? So I want you guys to do me a favor, right? Help other people. Go to the WhatsApp group, right? And let people know that this session we are about to enter is a valuable session, right? So go to the group, go to the group. All right, so go to the group, go to the group, go to the group, go to the group. But meanwhile, before we start, you guys, I'm just getting to know some of you guys, right? I want you to go to the chat box. Let's talk, let's interact. You know, one of the ways we can actually get the most of what we are about to teach in this class today is when this is interactive. Let's do this teaching, let it be interactive. Get to know me, let me get to know you. That's the basis of it. You understand? Let us have an interactive session. Let our spirit align. You know, when our spirit aligns, everything I'm teaching you, it will enter, it will sink, right? And that is it. That's the essence of it. And that's the essence why we are here. We want to make sure that everything sinks. We want to make sure that you understand exactly what we are doing here, right? So I want you to go, right? Just go to the chat box. Tell me where you are chatting from. Me, my name is Ola Wealth, and I'm chatting from. I'm said I'm chatting. I am teaching, and I'm streaming from all the way from Lagos, right? So I want you to go to the chat box and tell me, right, where you are from, where you are from, your name, where you are from, where you are from, where you are chatting from, right? Where you are listening to you from. Somebody say, I can't hear you. You can't hear me, K. You have to hear me, right? Okay, Grace say, my name is Grace Balasa from Adamawa. Can you imagine? So I'm chatting, I'm talking to someone from Adamawa. Who is this again? My name is Ifeoluwa Simi from Lagos. Wow, Lagos, we're in Lagos. Blessing, Salifu said, I'm chatting from Lagos. Nice one. Messiah is from Ghana. Lillian is from Lagos. Wow. Good evening, all. My name is James from Enugu. Wow. My name is Ishaku from Abuja. I am Precious from Lagos. Precious, nice to meet you. James Oliya. Good evening, all. My name is James from Enugu. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Wonderful people. I'm so happy. I'm so super. Wow. Andrew from Ghana. Busayo from Ekiti. Beatrice from Ibadan. Wow, nice one. Busayo from Ekiti. Wow, Adrish from Ghana. Rofi from Mina. Can you imagine? We have the whole Nigeria here. Nice one. Samuel from Abuja. Okay, nice one. Any other person? Richard from Ghana. Wow, we have Africa here. Africa here already. Okay, nice one. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm super excited to have you guys here, right? Okay, now that we are getting familiar, right? So let's um move to the next thing here, right? So my name is Ola Wealth, right? So I will be your instructor teaching you everything about social media management, right? I am a full-time digital marketer. I've been doing this for over 6 years right now. But you know, one thing about technology is that technology becomes so profound in our eyes. 2020 is when everybody comes to realization that, damn, technology is so powerful. You know, businesses that do not have the idea about how powerful technology is, they begin to transit, right? Businesses that do not have that idea, they do not know that, if you not post. Sorry, guys, that was network. Network is kind of crazy out here, right? But we'll scale through. So, as I was saying, but we got that realization during COVID-19, then we begin to dawn on us that we all need technology, right? So let me talk about myself, right? I'm a digital marketer. I've worked with fintech company, right? Rentspace. I've worked with a Diva Fashion Hub. I've worked with an NGO company like One Piece per Cyber Girl, right? I'm a passionate digital marketer, right? A little bit about me personally. I'm a passionate Christian also. I'm a Christian and I'm deeply committed to my faith and my values are trustworthy, making my life is a life of impact, right? I want to make sure that I am impacting, right? Whatever I'm doing, no matter how good it is, I'm impacting other people that do not have that experience or who do not have knowledge about that thing, right? So that's the kind of person I am as a person, right? So without not wasting much of our time, right? Let's begin to get into it. The first thing is, who is a social media manager, right? That's one question that we need to first tackle. Who exactly is a social media manager? Let's talk about who a social media manager is, right? So a social media manager is a social media manager is like a brand online storyteller. Let me give you a perspective. I want to give you a grounded perspective, right? So that you can have that understanding. Now, see social media platforms. See the social media platforms as a place where you are showcasing your brand, right? You are showcasing yourself as a brand, right? So, and when you are showcasing yourself as a brand, one thing that needs to be constant is that there is a reputation you need to put out there. There is a way you need, people need to perceive you. Let me give you a better understanding to that, right? Most of us, I don't know if you have heard about this guy that turns to a lady overnight on the social media platform, Bobrisky, right? We all have a perception of him, even when we've not seen him. Why? Because that's what the media portrays about him. And that's the same thing when it comes to the social media platforms, right? Media platform is a place where you showcase yourself. You create a kind of perception to your audience, right? Whether you're a business person. Are you getting it now? Right? So a social media manager is like a brand online storyteller. You are telling story, you are carrying your audience along. So you are telling them the story about yourself as a brand. It could be as a personal brand, it could be as an organizational brand, or it could be as a product branding, which we are going to be talking later on in the course of this class, right? So you are telling your story to your audience, right? The people who are following you, your followers. There's a kind of story, there's a kind of reputation, there's a kind of perception that you are trying to create on the online platform, right? So it's the work of a social media manager is to help create that perception for people to see, right? And how do you create such kind of perception? By building a positive image that you can use to connect with the people on the social media platform. So a social media manager makes sure that the brand presence is engaging and trustworthy. Two things here, right? You have to make sure that the platform trust of the people. The people need to trust us. So when brands and organizations are employing you, they are employing you as a someone who is going to help them to create a very good perception on the online space. Everybody wants to sell themselves, but everybody wants to sell themselves in a very good way. I'm just going down to the layman, right? For to a layman understanding right now, right? So there's an identity I want to create on the online platform, right? So you are meeting a social media manager, you are telling the social media manager your problem. There's an identity I want to create on the social media platform. How can you help me to create this identity so that it can be relatable to my audience? That is it. That is your work as a social media manager. I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say, right? If you are getting me, I want you to go to the chat box. You know, I told you guys that I want this class to be relatable, right? Okay, Grace Balasa said, I am a Malabres. Oh, nice one, nice one. That's my Calabar people. Okay, maybe you must have read it from my profile that I schooled in University of Calabar. Okay, nice one, Grace Balasa, right? Okay, so now I want you guys to go to the chat box. If you are understanding what I'm saying, right? I want you to say, I understand you, I get you. You know, we need to be interactive. This class needs to be engaging, it needs to be interactive so that we can know that we are connecting with each other. Okay, Ruffy David said, I get you. Akombi Precious said, I get you. Nice one. All right, thank you guys. All right. So there's an identity you want to create. That identity has to be relatable. All right. So what are the things that is required of us to do? Now, the next thing we are going to be talking about now is the duty of a social media manager, right? Your role. You know, one thing is to know your assignment, and one thing is to know how to carry out that assignment, right? One thing is for you to know that this is my assignment. This is what I am called to do. Like now, I am called to teach you guys to the core, to the point where I can take you guys from zero knowledge about social media management and make you guys a professional. That is my assignment. My goal, my vision is to make you guys a social media manager guru, a pro in social media management. That is the vision. That is where I'm driving you guys to. And I must make sure that I am connecting with you guys in a way that it is relatable so that you guys can understand the depth of what we are teaching, right? So now let's talk about the duties. Let's talk about the duties of a social media manager. What are the duties? Number one is content management, right? Sometimes what we call content creation, right? As a social media manager, the first thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be creating content. Why? Because the people we are trying to reach, the main reason why we are creating the online platform, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, the main reason why we are creating those online platforms is not for ourselves, is for the sake of the audience. Let's say you want to start selling shoes online, right? Are you selling the shoe for yourselves? No, you are selling the shoe for the audience. The audience are the people that are going to buy the shoe at the end of the day. You're not the one going to buy the shoe. So at the end of the day, it is not about you. It is not about what you want to put out. It is about what your audience will be relatable with. So the whole social media management game is all about your audience. It's not about you, right? So you have to create a content that is going to resonate with your audience, that your audience can be that they can relate with, that can be relatable with them. That means that you must know the needs of your audience, their problem, the problem that they are facing. Now, the problem that you are facing, you write them down. What are the problems that most of my audience are likely to face as a doctor? Let's take a instance as Aproko doctor. How many of you know Aproko doctor? Right? Aproko doctor is just like the name implies, is a doctor, right? And he goes, do you think he created for himself? No, it's for his audience, for his followers, who he create a content that will encourage them, right? And for them to be aware of their problem, right? And how they can solve it, right? As a doctor. Are you getting it now? So you too, as a social media manager, if a brand or organization is employing you, right? You look for the particular platform are likely to face and create a content that will be relatable to those people. That's the content management we are talking about. That's your first duty, creating of content. Then the second thing is perform research. You have to perform research. You have to stay up to trends. and you have to keep yourself informed at every point in time, because technology, the world is ever evolving. What we mean by the world is ever evolving is that there are changes that are happening on every point in time, at every interval, and you have to stay up to trend. So the second thing there is you have to be able to perform research that will keep you up there. And the next thing there is this: you need to be able to collaborate with other people. If it is a company that employs you, I've been opportune to be a digital marketing lead in a company where I am managing content creators, I'm managing influencers, I'm managing graphic designer, videographer, right? I'm managing all these people all together, right? I have to be able to collaborate, to work with them, right? That's another skill that you need to learn: collaboration, in order for that goal that we want to achieve on that platform, right? In order for us to be able to achieve. It is not one man that makes things to work, right? It's collective efforts that makes things to work. That is the more reason why we need to collaborate, right? I'm glad that everyone here is, a lot of you guys are here. I'm so happy, because without you guys being here, right, this meeting will just be rubbish. But the fact that you guys are here is making the collaboration is nice. I am talking, you guys are listening. That is a collaboration on a different level on its own, right? And the same thing there is that you need to learn to collaborate. Another thing is we need to learn to design and implement social media strategy. Now, we are facing competitors. That brand that we are trying to help, they have competitors. They are not only the one in that business. So when we are going into the online space, we need to come with our arsenals, our weapons, right? That's where strategy is. It's just like a man going to war, right? In order for you to be able to defeat, you need to come with your arsenals. You need to carry your gun, you need to carry your arrow, you need to find a way to defend yourself. And that's where strategy comes in, right? You need to learn strategy that will help you to win against your competitor in the online space, right? That's where designing and implementing social media strategy comes in, right? Then another thing is objectives. There are different objectives for every content, right? Every content has different objectives. There's an objective for awareness. Awareness is you want a lot of people to see your content. There is an objective for sales. If you are selling a product, you want people to buy, right? There's an objective for engagement. You need to interact with people, right? So you need to have different objectives you want to achieve at every point in time. Then another thing is communication skill, right? That is where copywriting comes in. So as a social media manager, we need to learn copywriting. You need to learn how you can persuade your audience with words to take specific actions. You know, I don't know, maybe you've been hearing it in church or wherever, that this word is framed by word, right? And word, come. If you tell somebody to come right now, the person will come. It is word you use in controlling the person, right? You need to learn mastery of words, how you can use word to persuade people and communicate with them on the social media platform. That is where communication skill comes in, right? Then you need to learn how to suggest and implement new features. Just like I said earlier, right? The technology world is changing. 10 years ago, we do not have anything like TikTok. But now we have TikTok. That's to show you that as the world is gravitating towards a particular angle or towards a particular area, right? We need to move with the trends and the way the world is moving, right? That is why it is very important for us to know how to implement new features, right? Just like the last one, just like what I said earlier now, you need to learn to stay up to date and current and trends, right? Trends are very, very important. If the world is gravitating towards this angle, right? Because the truth is that you are not serving yourself, you are serving people, right? It's not yourself you are serving people, right? That's why you need to move towards the direction that the world is moving towards. Am I communicating with you guys? If I'm communicating with you guys, I want you to go to the chat box and say, I understand you, I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm understanding what you're saying, right? Please, let's do that now. Let's do that now. Let's do that now. I understand, I'm with you. Andrew, thank you very much. Grace, thank you. Jennifer, thank you. I understand. Good. I like this communication, right? The communication makes us be in the same page. If you don't understand, you can also tell me that I don't understand whatever you're saying, so that I can always, I told you my goal is to make you a professional, right? And in order for you to be a professional, you have to have that basic understanding. Understanding is everything. Once you understand where we are going to, right, it is very easier for us to move towards that direction, right? Okay, thank God that everyone understands me. Well, I like the fact that I'm communicating in your language, right? Okay, now let's now move it to the next thing. Now, if we now say that all these duties and all these rules are needed, there's one important thing that we need to understand, right? When we are moving into when we are moving into the social media platforms, one important thing we need to understand there is that we are moving there as a brand, right? You are going to the online platform, you are moving there as a brand. You are moving there not just as a normal person, right? You are moving there as someone who knows what he or she is doing. That's where the word branding is all about, right? So what is now branding, right? Branding is the way a company, product, or service is recognized and remembered by people. It's like the personality and identity of that thing. Just like the way you are right now, there's a way you want people to perceive you. There's a way you want people to see you. And there's a way you want people to relate with you. Is that not so? Right? Yeah. So when people are not seeing you towards that direction, you begin to wonder that, why are people disrespecting me? Right? Why are people not responding to me, right, in this particular direction and in this particular way, right? So it is very, very important for you to be able to brand yourself. Branding is what we call packaging. You package yourself. You that you want people to see you in a particular light, you that you want people to relate with you in a particular light, then you need to the logo is just a part. We are still going to that direction, right? Where we are going to talk about brand identity, right? But logo is just a part of what branding is, the overall what branding is all about, right? Right? So now there are three things we need to understand. We need to understand that there are three types of branding. There's what we call personal branding, organizational branding, and product branding. And I'm going to explain all these things one after the other. Let's talk about personal branding, right? Personal branding is basically the way you market yourself to others. I use this guy, Sabinus, as a perfect example, because this is someone that all of us can actually relate to, right? Sabinus is a personal brand. You will see that he has his own attire, always wearing blue and black and small tie. If another person dresses like Sabinus, you will know. You will just say that, this guy, no be Sabinus, this guy they copy. That's what a lot of you will say. Why? Because we all know him towards a particular direction. We all know that this is how this guy is. This is what we know him for. When somebody else now copy him, it becomes like, wow, this guy is a copycat. This is not your brand. we are familiar with someone doing these things, I don't think this what you are doing now is you are copying another person. That is the direction we are talking about. So personal branding, you can brand yourself as a person. So personal branding is about how you present your skill, your experience, and your personality to make a memorable impression. Right? That's how you present yourself. How you present yourself. When you see, I think I have seen one time, I think it was Nas Boy that was wearing Sabinus attire, wearing the blue and the black color. I was just like, I just knew. It's your Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth is a typical example. There was one time Basket Mouth was wearing blue and black, right? Everybody just know that, oh, this is Sabinus, he's trying to. Look at Tauma. Look at Mr. Macaroni, right? These are all personal brands. Look at Brother Shaggy. These are brands. They are creating an impression in your head so that you can always, from a glance, you can always say, that's Sabinus, that's Shaggy, right? That's one thing, personal branding. And personal branding is not only in comedy line, in every aspect of life. Pastors brand themselves. Do you know that there are some pastors that brand themselves? Yes. Let me give you an example. Pastor Chris has his own brand, right? Pastor Chris Oyakilome will tell you that I am into the healing ministry. That's his brand. He has his healing ministry, right? He's into the healing ministry, right? And he has his own audience also, because his audience can always relate with him, right? Towards what he's portraying. Are you getting it now? So, Pastor Oyedepo will tell you that I am into the faith ministry, right? This man that into holiness, Pastor Kumuyi will tell you that I am into holiness. These are their brands. They have their own specific audience, and they have the way they are trying to reach out to them. So you too, as a brand, you have to know your audience, and you have to have a way you have to penetrate into them so that they can understand you as a person. That is what personal branding is all about. Then the next thing is organizational branding. Right? Organizational branding is how a company or organization presents itself to the world. You will see that the way UBA presents itself is different from the way FCMB will present itself. And it's different from the way Airtel, MTN, all these organizations are going to present themselves. They are all unique in their own ways. MTN will tell you that their brand identity is yellow, while Airtel will tell you that their brand identity is red, right? While Etisalat will tell you that their brand identity is, I think, green or whatever, right? And Glo will tell you that their brand identity is green also. They all have their own uniqueness, right? And they all have their own core services, what they are rendering to the people. Even though we are in the same industry, right, we have to be uniquely different. And what makes us different is what we call brand positioning. Is how you position yourself in the marketplace, right? So what will make Mr. A pick you, right, is because of the way you are relating with your audience. We have different noodles. We have Indomie, we have Chiki, we have Mini-Me, we have Dangote, right? But they all have their own uniqueness. They have their own flavor. We have different bread also, right? But different bread, in order for you to win in the marketplace, you have to bring out a new flavor of who you are, right? That's it. That's where we are talking about that positioning. That's where we are talking about brand position. If you are understanding what I'm teaching tonight, I want you to go to the chat box and say, I understand you, please. I just want to be sure. Boku bread. Okay, somebody is talking about Maxwell Oligbi, right? Okay. Zaomi said, I understand, right? Nice one. Okay. David said, I understand. Favor said, I understand. Said, we are good. James Ulia said, we are good, right? Okay, I understand you. Samuel Awenja said we are good. Okay, good. All right, I like the fact that you guys are following me. That's my joy. My joy is whenever you are following, I am good, right? Because the joy is the main reason why you are here is to impact you guys, right? That's the goal. And the fact that you are enjoying the class is making me happy on my own, right? That's the goal, right? If you are happy enjoying the class, let's enjoy ourselves. This is not a place for us to be serious. This is a place for us to learn and at the same time for us to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's share knowledge because knowledge is powerful. One thing about knowledge is that knowledge is powerful. Knowledge can change any man's mentality. The difference between the rich man and the poor man is by what they know on their head, right? It's just a simple difference. A rich man and a poor man, it's just the difference is by what they know, is knowledge, right? And what is knowledge? Knowledge is know, right? Is know, is understanding. And that's what we are trying to do in this class. We are making sure that you understand, and the devil is defeated. Once you understand and the devil is defeated, we are ready to move mountain, right? Okay. For the fact that you guys are understanding, I'm happy now. Now let's go. And let's now talk about product branding. I think this branding of a thing is getting more clearer to us now. We now understand that we as a brand, when we are going to the marketplace, we need to position ourselves right? We need to position ourselves in a way whereby we can be recognized, right? And in order for us to be recognized, we need to create a unique identity for ourselves. Look at Maggi, right? This Maggi is a product, right? But we have Maggi, we have Soupy, right? But they all have their own different flavor, and they all have what they are telling their audience, which we call brand story, right? What brand story is what you are telling your audience. What you are telling your audience that they want to hear. What is the message that you are passing to your audience? That's what is called brand story, right? I want you guys to stay with me to the end, right? I have a very special gift for everyone that stayed to the end for me, that stayed to the end of this meeting, right? There's a special gift for you. Your staying to the end is valuable, right? And most of you are learning already. That's one valuable thing, right? Most of you are, from the things you don't know, you are learning new things now. And that is good. That's where we are going to, right? So the next thing is product branding, right? So this includes things like your product name, your logo, your packaging, and the way you advertise yourself. That's the way you project yourself, right? So let's move on. So as a social media, as a brand, there's one important thing that we need to understand. There's what we call brand voice, and there's what we call brand message. I'm going to differentiate the two now. Brand message is, this is what a brand wants to say. All right? Their ideas, their values, and their promises. Now, for every brand has a promise, because that promise is what the consumer fall for. Remember that I said the reason why we are creating the online platform is not for ourselves. The reason why we are projecting ourselves online is for the sake of the audience, right? Then if it's for the sake of the audience, there are some things we need to get right. What are those things? Our values, right? What do I mean by our values? What we stand for, what I stand for, right? As a brand, and the way I'm going the audience does not care. All right, so my team, they are saying that yeah, my team are saying that they can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please. Okay. All right. So if you can hear me, okay, good. All right. All right. All right. All right. Sorry, the devil is a bastard. We are going to finish this class and all of us are going to learn. And the devil will not disturb us. Because when people are being liberated like this, the devil has a way of coming to bring out his own big head. All right. All right. So now let's talk about brand voice and messaging, right? So the first thing there is brand message, right? So brand message is, this is what a brand wants to say. This is exactly what we want to say as a brand, right? So for example, a brand might say, our shoes are the most comfortable and affordable in the market. That is their message, right? And that is their promise, right? So just like Nike will tell you that if you are wearing our shoe, right, our shoe will gravitate you and motivate you to the point where you can achieve your goal as an athlete. That's why they are using most of their commercials, right? They are using athletes to portray their brand messaging, right? Another thing is brand voice. Brand voice is, this is how the brand says it, right? Brand messaging is different from brand voice, right? Brand voice is, this is how we say it. Brand message is, this is our promise to you. This is our promise. This is our idea, and this is our value. That's the message you are portraying, right? While brand voice is the tonality at which you are saying it. The tone, right? That tone can be formal, can be fun, and can be serious, right? If you study every brand has their tone, right? Some brand, their tone is fun, while some brand, their tone is formal, while some brand, their tone is serious, right? It all depends on how you want to pass the message to the audience. Remember that I keep on saying one important factor here, that the reason why we are on the social media platform is not because of ourselves. It's because of the audience in the first place, right? And we have to speak in the language that they can understand. So that's where brand messaging and brand voice comes in, right? So when you are now tailoring your message in the language that your audience can understand, remember, your audience has to speak your language. When your audience understand your language and they understand what you are communicating, they will buy into whatever you are selling. Everything is all about communication. It's all about the way we are relating. So when we understand each other, when you understand where the angle where I'm coming from, when you understand where I am going to, right, it will be very easier for anybody to what? To buy whatever we are selling. And that's why we are talking about brand voice and messaging. Right? So the next thing, I've talked about brand messaging and I've talked about brand voice. Then the next thing that we need to go into is we need to understand the social media platforms also. So the next thing is we need to understand the social media platform. We need to be familiarized with it. Every platform does not have the same audience. If the reason why we are going to the social media, right, is because of the audience, it's not because we want to showcase ourselves, because we are beautiful, we are good, we are nice, we are good at what we do, but it's because we want to serve the people. Remember that the aim of every business is to serve the people, right? The aim of me teaching this course is to make sure that you understand I am rendering a service. Please, can you get me water? So I am rendering a service, right? And if I'm to serve you people, if I'm to serve everybody here, I must serve you. I must be able to communicate with you in the language you understand. Not only communicate with you in the language you understand, right? Not only in the language you understand, right? You need to be familiarized with the audience that you are reaching out to. Do you get it now? You need to know your audience to the core. Now, when we are talking about social media platform, it's not just about the platform size. Because most of the time, this is where we make our biggest mistakes, right? We are going into a business, right? Or we are going into the content creation business, right? And sorry, I need to drink water, right? So that, I'm beginning to get choked up. So I need to drink water a little bit. Okay. So sorry, guys, for that break. Now, so another thing there is that we need to be familiarized with, we need to have this familiarization with the platform where we are going to. Every platform does not have the same audience. That's one thing you need to have that understanding. Every platform does not have the same audience. The audience that is on YouTube is different from the audience that is on LinkedIn. The audience that is on LinkedIn is different from the audience that is on Facebook. And it's different from the audience that is on Instagram. It's different from the audience that is on TikTok. It's different from the audience that are on Twitter. They all have different audience, different age brackets, right? And they all have reason why most of them are on that platform. Let's talk about YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube, right? Most of the people who go to YouTube, they go there to learn, right? So let's say I am just like I'm a coach now, and I teach social media management, right? And I want to reach out to audience that do not have an understanding about social media management. Where do you think is the best place to reach out to them? YouTube. Create the content and put it there. So that when somebody search for things that are related to social media management, my content can pop out, right? And be displayed in their eyes. So that's one thing. You need to understand the platform. You need to understand where the audience are going to. It's just like someone who wants to go into a business, right? You are going into a business and you don't know where your audience are, right? Most of the people who sell, one thing used to happen to me. So that you can have an understanding of what we are trying to talk about. One thing used to happen to me when I was a child, right? So when I was a child, when we were in school, Lagos school that I went to, right? At the end of the whole, at the end of the whole, what is it called? of the old school session, all these guys that used to sell buns, they used to sell yogurt. At the end of that session, the old school session, all of them assemble in front of our gates. So that when people are coming out, right, of the gate, they can actually buy buns. They can actually buy all these things. Do you know what those guys on? They would drive and go and position themselves so that their audience can see them. That's the same thing that is happening on the social media platform also too. So you move, you gravitate towards where your audience are. Understand where your audience are positioned, where they are positioning themselves, and you move, you drive yourself to where they are. Right? So you need to have an understanding who are the people YouTube? Who are the people that are on Instagram? Who are the people that are on TikTok? TikTok is the best place to go to. I would say no. Some people that goes there to go and entertain themselves. Do you think those people have financial capacity to buy your products? They do not have. In short, even if they have, some of them do not have that power to make financial decisions. Right? But can people buy from Facebook? Yes. Can they buy from Instagram? Yes. Because the people that are there are both the millennials, the Gen Zs, and even people that are way, I don't know what they call people before the Gen Z. They are on Facebook. The Facebook has been existing before all these new platforms, right? So we need to have that understanding. Understand the audience, then you need to understand what kind of content works, what kind of content work on this platform, and what this platform is best for creating awareness. Is it part for creating educating content? Is this platform good for creating as an influencer? Is it good for creating products? Is it good for, you need to have that understanding, right? Right? And understanding. So I said something here that it's not about the platform size. It's about finding the right fit for your brand and your audience. Does this match my brand style? Is your target audience active there? Can you handle multiple social media platforms at once? Right? These are the questions that need to pop yourself when you are doing your social media platforms and your familiarization. Right? Then another thing there is we need to understand that there are tools we need as a social media manager. Right? There are tools we need. Right? Our social media management tools. So we are going to be using tools like Metricool, Buffer, right? These are the tools we need. Analytics tools. When we are talking about analytics is that we are trying to analyze, right, where our audience are coming from which state, from which country, right? What content are they relating better to, right? Because now, we talk about research to learn how to do Google Analytics, Facebook Insight, Twitter Analytics, Instagram Insight, all these things we need to learn it. Then another thing is content creation. When we are talking about content creation, these are two words, content and the creation, right? So we have the content. Content is what we want to project. Then the next thing is, how do we create this thing, right? How can we put that content to life, right? How can we put it? What are the tools to put it to life? So you need tools like Canva, Adobe Creative Cloud, PictoChat, CapCut, right? CapCut for editing videos, Canva for editing your designs, right? Adobe Creative Cloud when you use maybe like cartoon and all that, right? So you need all these content creation tools. Then another thing is social listening. Social listening is, what are the people talking about my brand? Remember that this branding is not about yourself, it's about the people. So you need to put your ears down and know what people are talking about your industry. Right? What are they talking about your industry? I was working in a fintech company, right? So when the CBN issue had, when people were talking about the CBN issue, right? We need to project it. We need to let people know what is going on. That's social listening. You are learning what is happening on in your industry, and you are letting your audience, you are carrying them along and let them know that, okay, this is what is going on, and this is how we can help you solve this. Engagement, you need to engage with your audience also too, right? It's a skill that we need to learn, right? So you need to learn how to use skill like Zendesk, right? Agorapost and Reply.io. Then another thing is advertising. Promoting yourself is one of the best way for you to have eyeballs, for people to see you. One thing is for you to have a content, right? Another thing is for people to be able to see what you have, right? One thing is for me to know this skill. I do not say I know the skill and I stay in my house. I have to put it on Facebook where some of you understand that I know about social media management, right? And some of you come. If I do not advertise myself, you people will not see me. So you need to learn how to advertise yourself, how you can promote yourself, how you can promote your brand, right? How you can promote your brand, right? And position yourself in the online market, right? That's where advertising comes in. And advertising is one thing that most people do not understand. One thing on advertising is this: decision happens in the mind. Every decision you make a decision to be here. But that decision, you made it where? You made it from your mind first. Is that not true? It means every decision happens in the mind. So if we have understanding that every decision happens in the mind, then we have to make sure that we position ourselves in a way whereby people can see us and they can hear about us. Seeing and hearing goes into the mind. What people see, what people hear, move directly to the mind. And when people see you, when people hear you over the time, right, you can infiltrate their decision making. That's where advertising comes in. So you need to learn how you can position yourself, right, that people can see you and they can hear you. That's the importance of promotion. You need to learn how you can promote, attract clients. You know, one of the problems that we have in Africa as a whole, right? Am I still online? Right. So one of the problems we have as Africa as a whole is that they teach us skills. Every one of us here have one skill in the other. But we've not learned how to attract customers to ourselves, how we can attract people to ourselves, right? So that's one skill again that we need to learn, right? We need to learn how we can promote ourselves. Then SEO. SEO means search engine optimization, right? People are searching. In short, if some if some of you wants to buy phone or you want to buy anything, the first thing you go to Google to make searches, right? How can you position yourself to the point where people can see you? So you need to learn SEO also. It's one of the things that we are going to be learning in this course of this class. Sorry, you need to learn CRM. CRM, how you can relate and manage your customer and your community base. Social media manager, right? You know, we do more of interaction, trying to engage our prospect, trying to engage our customers, right? We need to have that understanding, right? Opportunities available as social media manager, there are different diverse opportunities. There are different diverse opportunities, right? I'll be sharing some opportunity with you maybe later on. Right? There are different diverse opportunity and jobs. Let's do that. Social media manager jobs. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Right. So let's do that now. Social media management jobs. Let's see. Look at here. We have 145 social media manager jobs on LinkedIn alone. This is industry, 6 new. Just today, another new 6 jobs are available, right? There are jobs on Upwork, right? There are jobs on Upwork. There are jobs on Fiverr, right? These are international, and these are not jobs that you can. 348 social media jobs need. This is as out of August 2024 are open. 348 open jobs. Can you see? 348 open jobs as a social media managers, and people are saying they are not jobs. They are jobs, but they are not people that are skilled. In short, some of you here had, I'm very sure some of you here has had one opportunity as a job as a social media manager, right? So there are opportunities there. Apart from that, I don't look for job. I belong to a community where I get jobs, right? And we can put you in that same community where you yourself can position yourself. I told you one thing, that everything is all about positioning. It's all about the way you position yourself to attract people to yourself, right? So there are jobs, if it's job opportunities, the first getting anything is, the first phase of getting anything is, number 1 is to learn the skill. Number 2 is to be good at the skill. Then number 3 is to know how to monetize the skill. First thing, be good at what you do. If you are not good at what you do, you will not get recommendations. People will not know. They will not see you as an expert. So you have to be professional about what you do. You have to learn how to implement, right? You have to implement. If this has been an eye-opener to you, what we've been teaching today in today's class has been an eye-opener to you, like Sabinus. Say, oh, this is an eye-opener, right? I want you to go to the chat box and say, this is an eye-opener to me. This is an eye-opener. This is an eye-opener. Please, let's go to the chat box. I want to know, before we continue, say, this is an eye-opener to me. This is an eye-opener to me. Please, let's go. Let's go. This is an eye-opener. This is an eye-opener. Right? Temitayo Ogunyemi, this is an eye-opener to me. Favor, yes, good. David, beginning of this class, I take notes. Blessing to has been here. Adrish has been here. These are the people that have been following me. Ayomide, I've not, okay. Not seen Ayomide since, but I'm seeing you now. Richard has been here. Okay, good. All right. So this is an eye-opener. All right. Remember that there's a bonus for you, right, at the end of this webinar. So make sure you stay to the end of the webinar. So this is an eye-opener to you. Now, I have a very, very important question to ask some of you. I told you guys about that. There are 3 steps to this course. One thing is to learn the skill. Another thing is to apply the knowledge. Apply the knowledge, right? And the last one is to learn how to monetize the knowledge. Learn the skill, implement it, and end with it. Position yourself in a way whereby you can learn with what you know, right? But this comes with one thing. It comes with how many of you, okay, before that, let's talk about, as people enroll with this course and have they learned something from it? Yes, let me first talk about, these are wonderful testimonials that means a lot to me. One thing about me is that I don't do things because of the fact that I want to get a benefit from it. I do things because of the fact that I believe life is a life of impact. We are meant to impact other people. Let's grow together, right? So if that is it, that's why these testimonials are very important to me. I remember when Alice joined our social media management group, she does not have anything she was doing. She was complaining and all that. that I don't have anything I was doing, blah, 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 blah. But right now, today, she has more than 3 clients she's working with as a social media manager. These are wonderful testimonials that keeps us going. That even if it is, we don't have any money in our bank account, but we can just change life, right? It's okay with us. If life can be transformed by just learning this skill, we are okay with that, right? This is someone, he said, I just woke up in the morning, right? God's favor. Just said, I woke up in the morning and the head of one marketing organization reached out to him, right? And gave him a job as a social media manager, right? These are wonderful testimonials that you just begin to wonder that God is just good. And how did it come? Some of them have this zero knowledge. They don't have any knowledge about social media manager, but they are getting jobs now. Is that not something for us to always carry at our head, right? And that's why we are here, right? So how did this come about? It comes about mentoring and coaching, right? Even me, myself, I have gone through mentoring and coaching, and it has helped my life. If I have not had people who had mentored me, who have coached me, who I have bought their courses, I've spent sacrifice buying people's courses, right? So if I do not have people that I have learned from, I won't be doing this today, right? I won't even have this idea. I won't be able to even teach these things that I'm teaching right now, right? But mentoring and coaching has been able to help me, right? And that's why I'm trying to reach out to you guys too, so that you can, I can mentor you and I can coach you to success, right? You need someone you can always be accountable to. That is my work. My work is to make sure that I helped you. I take you from zero and make you a pro at this. And that's why we are doing mentoring and coaching. Mentoring and coaching will save you a lot. Will save you a lot. Mentoring and coaching will save you a lot, and it will ease your stress to becoming successful. So now the question is, how many of us here would like to be a pro at this? How many of us would like to be a pro at this? If you like to be a pro at this, I want you to go to the chat box and say, I would like to be a pro at this. I want to know. But if you know that you are just here, you don't have intention of being pro, you just want to see what people are doing. I just want to just feel among. I'm not here to become any pro here. I just want to see what this guy Olawelt want to teach, right? Just leave us. You can go. Let people who are here for serious business, even if it is 5 people that are here and they are here for serious business, let them stay. Please, just leave us and let us be, let's form our own community and our own space. We don't want much people, just few people, right? We are not looking for crowd, just few people. So if you know that you are not interested, you don't have any business here, right? Just carry yourself and go. Let me talk to people that are serious, right? And let's look at how we can move forward from here. That's the goal. The goal is to be able to go and become a pro at what I'm teaching tonight, right? So if you want to be a pro at this, I want you guys to go to the chat box. And if you know you are not interested in all this, if you see that all this thing I'm teaching is rubbish to you, please, you can just go. You can go and go, right? And remember that if you go, you miss out of the bonus that I have for you, right? So I have a package for you guys, right? I have a package for you guys, right? And this is the package, right? So I have put a detailed recorded videos that cost over like 45,000 naira, right? To help our journey, right? And we are going to be having classes for 4 weeks. These 4 weeks are going to be 3 times in a week. 3 times in a week, starting from tomorrow. Sunday, right? Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. We are going to be having our classes. This one, we are not joking here. We are ready for business, right? And it's 3 times in a week. 3 times in a week, 8 p.m. On Sunday, right, we'll be having our classes, and we are going to be having classes on Tuesday also and on Friday. Those are our classes days, right? So 4 weeks live support, where we are going to be having more interaction. We are going to be talking more about social media management, more of this, because we can't talk about the whole social media management, everything in this class alone. No, it's not possible, right? You can't be a pro just by this class alone, right? Then there's a social media management handout that costs over 10,000 naira, right? That is available for you. There's a social media management toolbox that costs like 10,000 naira. These are available. Then there's a one-on-one master class, right? You want me to help you to do anything. Maybe you want to apply for a job. You want me to create your portfolio for you. You want to apply for a job. You want me to help you with interview questions. You want to get my experience. You want to get the things that how I've been able to get jobs and all that. There's a scheduled class for that, right? Then there's a class for other experts. You know, I told you that the way to get a job is community, right? In our community, we have social people that are seeking for social media managers so that you can get jobs. All right. So we are certain that we are the one that trained you. So when agency comes to our community and they are looking for social media managers, we don't have any options as to give out the jobs to you. And that's the reason why we don't want plenty people. We don't want plenty people to be part of the team. If it is 10 people that can enroll, we are good, right? And you are going to be getting certification, right? So now, so we are doing all these things. We are doing it with small money. Small money for 3,000 naira. And that 3,000 naira is just for 20 people. 20 people that are ready to take action tonight. 20 people that are ready to pay the 3,000 naira. That's very cheap. That's money that some people use to drink lolly. And this money that can just use to change your life, right? You are just doing it for 3,000 naira. You can see all those massive things that the main amount for this course is what? 45,000 naira. But I am giving it up. In short, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There are people that have enrolled for this course that have paid way more than this. Way more. I'm not trying to sugarcoat. And I don't know if some of them are even on this webinar. I just pray they are not on this webinar right now. Because if they are here, they will be angry. Right? But we are giving it out tonight for 20 people that are ready to take action. So 20 people that are ready to take action, right? Just paying 3,000 naira to this account, right? Pay 3,000 naira, then drop your payment proof to the group so that my team can confirm your payment and they can add you to the special class, right? Then if you are in Ghana, 50 Ghana cedis, just pay into the Momo account. The Momo account here is 9066 666 paying into the Momo account. Now, this is a guarantee here. I know I told you guys, we are not here for money, right? If 2 weeks to the class, you are not getting value, right? 2 weeks into this class, you are not getting value. You don't understand anything we are teaching, right? Meet any of the admin and request for your money, for your 3,000 naira. Just say, I'm not getting anything from the things that you guys have been teaching me. I want my money back. And we will give you your money back. Because our goal has been forfeited. If what we promised to teach you, we cannot teach you, right? Our goal has been forfeited. But then if you want to move on this journey with us, right? And there's a bonus for you too. We are going to be teaching you how you can run Facebook ad using the ad manager. Then there is a full video editing course, right? Full video editing professional course available for you too, right? All these packages, right? All these packages are under the umbrella of that 3,000 naira. But it is only for people, 20 people that are ready to make payment tonight. This night. If you are not making payment tonight, just forget about the bonuses, forget about everything. All right. And if you are in Ghana, you can just pay 50 Ghana cedi and let's move on. Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Then if you have a question, right? If you have a question, sir, that number for Momo may not work for us in Ghana. Okay. Okay. Sir, that number for Momo may not work for us in Ghana. All right. Okay. or you be reach out to, you can just send me a DM. You can just send me a DM. I'll tell you how you can make payments, right? Okay, so if you have a question, you want to ask me question, there are some things you don't understand, right? You can raise up your hand. I will mute you right now, right? Then for everyone, right? Yeah, right. So for the book, don't worry, you are going to get your book, right? For the book, you are going to get your book after this webinar, right? For the book, you are just going to get. So there is going to be there's going to be a link that I'm going to be dropping for everyone who attend this webinar so that they can get their book, right? But if you want to make payments, go and you can start making your payments right now. Don't allow people to override you. Once it is 20 people, we are closing. All right. Once it is 20 people, we are closing. So you can start making your payment. So if you have a question, you have any question you want to ask, right? You have any question, whatever your question is, just raise up your hand and let's answer your question, right? So you have a question, you have a question, you have a question. If you don't have a question, I'll ask you a question. If you don't ask your question, me, I will ask you a question. All right, people are making payment already. And people in Ghana said, I want to make payment, but I'm from Ghana, so it's not working. Okay. Don't worry, my team will attend to you. People are making payment already. All right. Make sure that you send if you are making payments, make sure that you send your receipt to the group, so that they can confirm, my team can confirm your payments. Make sure that you send your payment proof to the group. This is very cheap, right? What's the gift that we that states to the end? What's the gift that for you that stay to the end? Okay, don't worry, you will get your gift. So your gift, the link for the gift will be will actually be given to you tonight. It will be given to you tonight. All right. Any question, any question, any question, any question, any question, so that I can start sending the link for the gifts. Any question, any question. I will ask you questions. For people that have been here throughout the whole, I will ask you questions. Should I start asking questions? All right, let me talk with Tricia. Talk with Tricia. Let me ask you my question. Talk with Tricia. Tricia, you can unmute. Tell us where you are. Talk with Tricia. You can unmute. Talk with Tricia. You can unmute. Tricia is shy. Okay. Let me unmute another person. Listen. If you are on YouTube, you can just ask your question on the chat. I'll be answering your questions. As a social media manager, how do you reach out to grow on the page? Good, that's a very good question. The best way to reach out and the best ways to grow page, these are the mistakes people used to make. They want to grow a page. The first thing they do is that they will go and buy followers. Followers does not grow page, because the audience you are trying to reach, right? They are not real audience, they are bots. So the best way to reach out to your audience is to create content that your audience can be related to. The moment you can speak directly to your audience, right? If you can speak directly to your audience, you don't have option than to follow you. How did Jesus ask followers? Now you guys want to turn me to a pastor, right? How did Jesus ask followers? He was busy preaching and talking about salvation. And people who need salvation, they follow him. And people who need healing, they follow him. How do pastors ask member, right? Pastor have member by preaching the gospel. right? And people begin to throw into their shop, into their church, sorry, right? So creating content that will be relatable to your audience. That's the way you actually have audience that follows you. Growth is not overnight. Growth happens step by step. Are you getting it? Growth happens step by step. Are we getting certified after the class we are paying for? Yes, there's a certification. Yeah, sure, there's a certification, right? We are partnered with HubSpot and we are giving you certification from HubSpot. That's Wealth Nation is actually in partnership with HubSpot and we are giving you certification from HubSpot, right? So you are getting the certification. Ruffy David, another question, right? Another question. You can just raise up your hand and I will unmute you if you want to talk. Any other question? Any other questions? Any other question? Any other question? Okay, somebody say May. Okay, May say that I should explain what brand messaging is all about again. All right. So just like I said earlier, I don't know if May is still here. Just like I said earlier, right? Brand messaging. You as a brand, you have a message, right? You have your values. You have what you believe in as a business person. You have what you stand for as a brand. Even organizations every organization has what they stand for, they have what they believe in, and they have the way they want to serve their customers, right? So putting out these messages on how we want to serve you is what is called brand messaging. Now, brand voice is the tone at which we pass the message, right? If I am angry, you will hear it from my tone. But if I'm laughing, you hear from if I'm happy, you hear it from my tone. Are you getting it now? That's what is called brand messaging. Brand messaging is how the brand, right, want to speak or talk to his audience. So that's what brand messaging is all about. I'm just giving you a layman explanation. I think Ruffy David wants to say something. Raising up. Let me look for Ruffy David now. Ruffy David, where are you? Ruffy David. Okay, Ruffy David, you can, I will unmute you. You can unmute. If you want to ask a question, you can unmute. For everyone that stayed to the end of this meeting, don't worry, there's a package I have for you, right? And for those of you that are paying tonight, your package is here too. Don't worry. Everything is in alignment. All right, Ruffy David. Where's Ruffy David? You can unmute now. David, are you here? Are you still here?
I'm here.
All right.
Okay.
So I can hear you. What do you say?
Although you've answered me, that was my question. I just wanted to know if we're getting certified after the class we're paying for. And I just wanted to know how valid it is.
Yeah,
Because
sure. Yeah.
I've had an experience before, so I just want to make sure I'm not going to. So
If you don't get certification, I will personally refund your money. This is not because of, most people, don't worry. I have a social media community of over 1,000 people, right? I have been doing this for a very long time.
all right, sir.
On my group, you will always, people talk, I have good reputation. That's one thing, right?
Okay.
I have understanding of what I am doing. I know that I am serving people.
Yeah.
And if I am serving, right, I have to give them what I promise, right? So don't worry about certification. Certification is certain. That one
All right.
is 100.
All right, sir. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. So we are not here, just like I said, we are not here just to give you promises, right? We are not just here to give you promises, just to give you mere promises, right? We have reason why we are doing what we are doing, right? We understand that we are rendering services to people. And if we are rendering services to people, we have to, in order for the longevity of our own brand also, for the longevity of our own brand, right, we have to make sure that we deliver to our promises, right? If we promise that we are going to do this, we make sure that whatever we are promising, we are giving it out. That's the way people trust you as a brand. So if we have that understanding, then why can't we deliver on our promise? Okay, so that's the thing. What are the content to write as a social media manager, but just acquired the skills, but doesn't have any brand yet to get social awareness? Or what activities can the person engage herself with? Okay, do I really understand this? What are the content to write as a social media manager? Okay, the content that you are to write is depending on the brand industry you are, on the industry you are. The content that you are creating, I think maybe that's what the person is trying to ask. If I get Ayobami, Rachel Owolabi very well, right? The content that you are creating, right? The content that you are creating. Thank you for the summary. You mentioned HubSpot in your cooperation with this. Yes, is there a way we see samples? Oh my God, I didn't prepare for this. Maybe there's no samples here, but you can DM me. You can send me a DM. I'll send you samples. If that's the issue, you get samples. That's not a problem. You can get your samples. Send me a DM. I'll send you a sample. All right. So how can we new social media management get remote jobs? We have a community. I've answered these things. We have a community. So as a social media manager that is looking for a remote job has to join a community, right? And in that community, we teach you positioning, right? The way people get remote jobs is positioning and knowing niche that you apply job, that you can apply job for. Okay, somebody say a niche for yourself, that's if you are trying to build your own personal brand. Yeah. So you look for a niche, a profitable niche. We have different niche, right? Right? We have profitable niche, right? So you look for niche, right? We are going to be sharing with you niches that are profitable, that you can position yourself as. Pitch, how you can pitch these companies in order for you to get jobs, right? One thing is positioning, right? Another thing is in order to attract the job. So we are going to be teaching you how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile, how you can build your portfolio, right? And how you can send strategic pitch, right, to companies that can actually employ you as a social media manager. Also, are the videos for this class current with the social media interface? I bought the course and I realized the videos were done in 2020, but the current interface for the particular platform has changed totally. Yes. Now, most of the videos that we are putting out are current videos. So it's not, in short, they are live classes. We are having live classes starting from tomorrow. From tomorrow, you start seeing the experiences of the class. My students will tell you, right? My students will tell you. I can screenshot some of what my students are saying about my classes. Screenshot it and send it to the group after this class. You see what people are saying about my classes. I teach with clarity. I teach with the intention that I want to serve people, right? So that's the thing. That's the clarity that we are talking about, right? So there's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be skeptical about, right? That's it. So next question. Someone said, does a digital marketer and a social media manager do the same work? A digital marketer and social media manager do not do the same work. A digital marketer is different from a social media manager. A digital marketer, right, just like the word, right, is just like social media marketer and social media management. One, you are managing the social media platform. The other one, you are helping the company to create awareness about their product and their services. So there are two different things. They say, can one make down payments before 1,000 naira payment or 2,000? If you cannot pay your 3,000 naira, forget about the class, please. There's nothing like making 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira. We are not selling groundnut here. The cost alone worth about 45,000 naira. So if you are getting it at 3,000 naira, you should be grateful, right? So keep your money to yourself. If you cannot pay the 3,000 naira, please, it's not something we are begging you to pay for, right? You know that it's not going to be valuable to you and you cannot make the sacrifice. Forget about it. You don't need to stress yourself on it. And if you are still skeptical that this cannot change my life, I don't think this guy can give me what I want, forget about it. Don't make the payment. And if these 2 people or 3 people that make the payment and they are ready to go, we are good. That does not stop our ad from not running. That does not stop us from not reaching out to more people, right? It's not, we are doing you a favor. You are not doing us a favor, right? That's just the point. So you will get value for your money. That one is 100% certain. So, but if you are not certain that you are going to get value, don't even bother paying. Forget about the class, right? If all the things are promising are looking vague to you, all in the name of 3,000 naira, forget about it. You don't need to make the payments. Just keep your money to yourself. Do other things with it, please, right? But don't come and be making down payment of 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira. You can't make the 3,000 naira payment. Forget about it. Thank you. Somebody say blessing Abu Louis. Can I also get a sample? You can come to my DM. I'll give you a sample. How about going about creating content calendar irrespective of the brand? Yes, we are going to be teaching you how to create a content calendar. That's part of our job. That's kind of part of our services we hold to you to make you a professional. So we are making sure that we teach you how you can actually create a content calendar, right? So that's the thing. Any other question, please? Okay, I was talking about somebody was asking, does a digital marketer and a social media manager do the same thing? They do not do the same thing. The social media manager manages, right? It helps a brand to create a good online reputation. While a digital marketer is the same thing as a social media marketer. So you help brands and organizations to create awareness, right? You help you help this brand and organization to have visibility, eyeballs on the social media platforms, right? So there are 2 different jobs, right? So as a social media manager, you need to learn social media marketing. You need to learn SEO, search engine optimization. You will need to learn copywriting. You will need to learn search engine marketing, right? These are all the skills you need to learn as a social media manager, right? Those are the skills you learn, right? So they are not doing, it's not the same thing, right? Any other question, please? I'm ready to answer any of your questions, right? Any other question, please? Your question. I'm sure some of you are funny. If I drop the payments that some people have made when it comes to this course, I promise if I get the value I'm looking for, I'll still pay 3,000 after the class again to say thank you. You will pay more than that. That's a cheap money. You will pay more than, I think my cameras are open here. People are paying more than this money. We are just giving it out just to help people. It's just like when you are giving out your value and you know that this value worth a lot and you are giving it out for a chicken change, right? You are just giving it out a chicken change. You know the kind of value that we give in our classes. right? Do you know the kind of value we give out in our classes? So if you can't even take that risk alone, don't bother paying. Just leave it. Because you that cannot pay 3,000 naira, I don't think you can even attend the classes, right? So if you cannot pay 3,000 naira and attend the class, forget about, don't even come. Don't even, because you will be an edict to us. So if you cannot pay 3,000 naira for the course, forget about it. Don't pay for the course again. Sit down, keep your money. Let people that can pay, let them pay, and let them get value. But if you know that you want to get value and you believe, you trust in me, don't worry, get. Hope because you cover how to handle the man and manage all social media platforms. Yes, 100%. And if it doesn't, and if what I promise now, you are not getting it, request for your money back, please. Come to my DM, call me thief. Project me on the online platform and call me thief. My ads are running. You can go to my let me tell you the best place to spoil my reputation. Always running, right? Go there, right? Go there and tell the people there that I'm a thief. I will never give them value for their course. Give me a bad reputation, right? I've been doing this. Go to my advert that are running. You see good messages that people are talking about my courses. So don't say because of your 3,000, I won't give you whatever you are looking for. So after the cohort, will there be another one? After the cohort, our own aim here, right, is to make sure that you get the skill, you know the skill, then we help you to position yourself to get how you can actually make money for yourself. Those are our promises to you. And write that promises down. If you can record it, you can record it. That I said that these are the three things I promise you. Learning the skill, implementing the skill, right? Not only implementing the skill alone, right? And learn how you can monetize the skill, right? Those are our three promises to you. Now, if we now have maybe other packages for you, maybe we want to teach you other things, we will let you know. But for this social media management, let's deliver our promises for you first. Get value. Then once you now see that your value, you've got a value, and we now teach you, maybe we'll now say you want to learn digital marketing course, or you want to become an SEO analyst, and we are projecting other things for you, then you can now buy those things, right? But for this one, we are delivering to you at a promise, at a sure promise, right? So that's the thing. So any other question? Any other question, please? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? I like the fact that some of you are asking questions. Are there questions on YouTube? All right. There are no questions on YouTube. Okay, thank you. Any other question? Any other question? Please, if you are having doubts, don't make the payment. If you are having doubts, I keep on repeating it. Don't pay. Don't even pay. Keep your money to yourself. Let the people who can take the risk, let them take the risk, right? But if you're having doubts, please don't make the payments. Leave it. Don't pay. Don't just pay. Just leave it. Don't make the payments. I keep on saying it. If you're having doubts, you don't believe that this guy is going to teach this thing. Okay, how many weeks does the class go for? Okay, the class go for 4 weeks, 3 times in a week, right? And I've mentioned the days. Sundays, right, by 8 p.m. Sunday, Tuesdays, and Friday by 8 p.m. Sunday, Tuesdays. The timetable will be forwarded to you on the group so that you can always know. How can someone who doesn't have followers pursue a career in social media management? You don't even need followers. In short, you'll be amazed that you don't need followers, right? You just need a good portfolio. That's just the most amazing thing. Nobody cares about your own followers. Nobody cares about your followers, right? What they care about is your portfolio, right? And that's what we're going to be teaching you. So we are going to be teaching you how you can even create a portfolio as a newbie who is entering into the market. So that's the thing. So how can someone who doesn't have followers pursue? You don't need followers. That's just the truth. You don't need followers, right? All you just need is a good portfolio. You don't need followers. A good portfolio and a good community, right? A good community. Any other question? Eh, questions, questions. I like questions. Oh. I like to answer questions. I like to answer questions. All right. In the absence of this class, right? So I attend. So there's a form here, right? There's a form that's going to be dropping, a poll that's going to be dropping on the. Now this is specifically for everyone that are here, right? There's a poll that is going to be dropped very soon on the group, right? So all you just need to do is tick um tick yes. This is for everybody here. Tick yes on that poll, right? Tick yes on that poll, right? So once you tick yes, my team, they are going to be sending the soft copy of the book I promised to you guys. Right? Thank you guys for staying. We're about to bring this to an end. But I want to appreciate every one of you here that stayed to the end of this class. I really appreciate your timing. I really appreciate the fact that you stayed to the end, for the fact that we even have people to always to talk with. You know, so we can have this webinar and we don't have anybody. But for the fact that we have people that are interested and they're listening to us to the end, it's something to always appreciate. All right, so I want to appreciate you guys for staying to the end. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Ovu. Thank you, Ruffy, David, May, James, Emmanuel, Ayomide, Awenja, Blessing, Agunloye, Dokun, Favor, Jibrin, Grace. I really want to appreciate you guys all. I can't mention all of you. Grace, Balasa, right? My greatest Malabres and whatever, right? Is that what? All right, so I'll be seeing you guys. I didn't get that. All right, so in my team, they are trying to tell me something, maybe a message for you guys. I don't know. Let me just. All right, so thank you guys for staying to the end, right? One thing I want you to work with is your spirit, right? Me, I'm very certain that if you enroll for this course, you are going to get massive value. You will even be looking for more money to dash me. That's one I am very certain for, right? But then, if you know that your spirit does not align with whatever we are teaching here, and you are not sure that you are going to get value here, don't even bother making the payment, right? Because you are all going to be ruled by your fear till the end of the class. But then I want you to move with certainty that whatever I'm promising you here, I guarantee you that I'm going to deliver at my promise. So I wish to see you, everyone who stayed to the end in my pro class. But then it's just a wish. It's not everybody that is going to adhere to that. All right. But you that is going to take faith, don't worry. You will surely get something. You will have a testimony to always talk about that. I am glad that I attend this webinar and I paid for this. All right. Thank you very much. Good night. Have a lovely night rest. Bye. Boy, 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 boy. So the pool will be dropped and your gift will be sent to you. Thank you guys. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, boy, boy, boy. All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you, boy.